Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dream Oracle for You. This is episode 5, and today's episode we're going to be talking about symbols, dream filler, positive, negative dreams, and a little discussion about a particular anxiety dream. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I appreciate all of our listeners and looking forward to this channel growing as we get to explore dreams. Some themes in today's episode. I'm going to talk a little bit about, or just a reminder of how to remember your dreams. And if you'd like to hear more, I recommend you go back and check out episode 2, where we talk about dream symbols and how to remember your dreams. Another theme that comes up or is mentioned in today's episode is also recurring dreams. To check this out, I recommend you see episode 3. Okay, that's all the plugs for the other episode. Let's get into today's episode. First, I want to say that with dreams, more often than not, there is a lot of filler. And the longer a dream is, the more filler there is. And what do I mean by filler? I mean, I don't exactly know why the filler exists. Maybe it's there to... Yeah, actually, I have no idea. No idea why the filler exists. But what I can say that amongst all of the filler in dreams, there's going to be about 1 to 2 symbols that will stand out. And everything else is bullcrap, basically. But how do you recognize which symbols are important? You know, if you've got a dream that has so many details and so many layers, how do you know what's important and what's not? The simple answer I have for you comes down to intuition. So when I am reflecting on my dreams or dreams of others, I am very much letting my intuition guide me. You know, it's that little voice that tells you if you're right, if you're on the right track, or warns you if you're not. And if you don't have a relationship with your little inner voice, I highly recommend that you work on that. I don't have a recommendation off the top of my head on where you can go to learn to do this, but I know there are some podcasts out there that talk about developing your intuition, so you can check them out on Spotify. Oh, look at that, a plug for Spotify. They should pay me. Anyway, it's really important for you to develop your intuition in order to be able to decode your dream messages, to unlock the meaning of your dreams. But if you currently don't have that relationship with your intuition, that's okay. That's why you have people like me who are able to connect with your intuition and be able to unlock the meaning of your dreams. So here's a little plug for me. If you would like to discuss your dreams and understand the meaning of them, please send me an email, dreamoracleforyou@gmail.com. So I'm going to be looking at my notes today. I have a lot that I want to say in this episode, and I took a few notes before writing it. I am walking, and I only have 2 hands, so you may hear rustle of paper as well as we're doing this, just as a heads up. So how do we look for the symbols that stand out amongst all of the filler and sometimes the nonsense? Well, another key element that you can when looking at dreams is to look for misplaced items. So, for example, if your home, like you're dreaming about your home, you know, you're very familiar with where things are in your home, and you notice that the fire alarm in waking life is on a particular wall or area of your house, but in your dream, it's in a different spot. Well, this could mean that the fire alarm is a symbol in your dream for something or another. Doesn't really matter at this point what it is. It's just the point that as you're beginning to develop a relationship with your dreams and, remembering them, the key again is that you have to write them down within the first 5 minutes of waking up, whatever you can remember. But yeah, so if you recognize when things that normally are in a certain place or in a different place in your dream, then this could be a symbol. For me, another recent one, I talked about this in episode 3 about recurring dreams, is about cats. And I kept having a recurring dream where cats were in a basement, like stray cats. And cats aren't normally in my basement. I do have a cat, but, she doesn't exactly live in the basement. So this stood out for me. This was my home, but now I have these strange cats in my basement. So that was a symbol that stood out. I also want to remind everyone that unlocking, decoding your dreams, it takes practice, it takes dedication, and of course, it takes time. And once again, you should record your dreams to be able to to be able to unlock the message of your dreams. And I'd like to also say that when you're beginning to, when I ask people about dreams, they're like, oh, I don't remember my dreams. Well, first you have to make a conscious effort to do so. So again, as soon as you wake up, you have to write down your dreams. And even if you just remember one thing, you remember nothing, but you just remember, oh, I was standing on the stairs. Well, okay, that's important because the fact that you remembered it means that it's important. So take that as a sign that, whatever you remember, you're meant to remember. And if you don't remember something, if you're supposed to remember it, it'll come back in a recurring dream. So topic 2 I wanted to talk about. So that was all just about symbols and recognizing when symbols are important in dreams, how they stand out, and a little bit more reminder of how to remember your dreams. But my second topic I want to bring up is the concept of positive dreams versus negative dreams. And I'm sure we've all have had nightmares, we've had scary dreams that have just bring up these intense emotions. But then I think we've also have experienced positive dreams or fun dreams. I often go on an adventure in my dreams. I often spend time with friends and family members in my dreams, and these are all very positive dreams to have. But when you have negative dreams, dreams that bring up intense feelings of emotions of fear, anxiety, you're scared. These dreams are negative, and the main thing I want you to know is that when it comes to receiving messages in dreams, receiving messages in a positive way, or if you receive a positive dream, these messages are being sent by your guides. Our guides are meant to send us messages of love and upliftment and just they're there to help guide us in life. And our guides always want the best for us. Our guides do not want us to be scared. Our guides don't want us to have fear and anxiety. These type of dreams are brought on because we are harboring negative emotions, negative energy, either consciously or subconsciously. If you have negative energy, whether it's your own, whether it's from, family members, past lives, wherever this negative energy is coming from, and if it's trapped in your body, negative is going to attract negative. Positive will attract positive. And again, your guides are going to send you positive messages. They're not going to send you negative messages. So anytime you have a negative dream, a negative experience while you're dreaming, I personally have had dreams that I've woke up crying, I've woke up, in a sweat, my heart racing. any sort of dream that you have that brings on these intense negative emotions, it's not coming from your guides. It's not coming from a place of love. It's coming from a negative energy source. And I think it's key to recognize that, because if we recognize that negative energy is coming to us because we have negative energy within ourselves, then that's a point to recognize, reflect, and grow. And there really is only two ways to live your life, and that is in fear, which comes with anxiety and stress, anger sometimes, or love, joy, happiness, all these positive emotions. So you can choose to live negatively or choose to live positively. And I know that that's easier said than done, and we all have things that we have to deal with, but whenever you have these negative dreams, just know that it's not coming from a place of love, and it means that you may have some inner work to do. Okay, at this point, I definitely need to look at my notes because I went free for all on that one, which is good, but want to make sure that I've hit all the key points that I wanted to say. Hope everyone is doing well. Oh, I wanted to point out, if you do have negative energy trapped in your body, there is a book called The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson, or Nielsen. I can't quite remember how to pronounce his name. But regardless, The Emotion Code I highly recommend. There's also a sequel called The Body Code. And both of these books focus on how you overcome these negative emotions. And he has some techniques that are quite simple, and anyone can learn to do it, which is great. So I want to stress and reiterate, I think I've already said this, but anytime you have a negative dream, especially one that brings anger, fear, and anxiety, these dreams are not divine messages. So these dreams are coming from a negative source. Yep. So let's see. Uh-oh. Didn't number my pages. Good job, Sarah. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we're moving on to our third point. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, okay, here we are. So all of this brings me to the third part of today's episode, which is to discuss a anxiety dream. And this example, I thank my sister for first messaging me as soon as she woke up and recorded her entire dream for me, sending it my way, and allowing me to then discuss it today. There's a lot of detail in this dream, and I might not tell the entire dream in its full way that she sent it to me. Part of this is I don't want her to have to fully relive it, but I'm going to give some background first so you can understand why this dream came to my sister, especially when we talk about having trapped negative emotions and then having negative dreams come to you. So my sister was in a controlling and abusive relationship. Very recently was finally able to move on from that relationship. She had a heroic escape, and she's been doing very well. She's been happy and staying positive and just doing well for having finally left this very long-term, grueling relationship. But the person she was with still continues to try to contact her and harass her. And just recently, he managed to hack her Facebook account and then block himself so that he could then continue to message her. And here's a FYI for anybody on Facebook, if you block somebody and they become unblocked, unfortunately, Facebook requires that you wait 3 days before they will then, before you can block that person again. And this is very unfortunate when you have abusive relationships and whatnot and harassment, where if the person you block somehow becomes unblocked, then you're stuck with them messaging you for 3 days. So a little annoyance there for for Facebook, and a public service announcement. Anyway, so after this happened, where he had messaged her and started harassing her again, of course this was then allowing those negative emotions, the negative energy, to resurface for my sister, with this little bit of anxiety surrounding her past relationship. So the dream she sent me was quite intense. Initially she was confronted by her ex. He was demanding that she give her dog. It's a dog that they had together in the relationship, but the dog was my sister's dog and not the ex. And her friend in the dream managed to get a dog that looked just like her actual dog, and gave this to the ex and tricked him into believing it was the actual dog, and he went away. And you would think that, that would be like a good resolution to the dream, but no, negative energy brings more negative energy. And so she's walking into a house, and then there's this mountain lion in the distance that starts coming for her. So they run into the house to get a gun so they can shoot the mountain lion, and the gun malfunctions. So this instills a lot of panic. My sister and her friend, they go into the house, and then more mountain lions show up. And there's a whole lot of going on in this dream of, trying to shoot the lion, but the gun malfunctioning. There's climbing into the attic to try to escape the lion, but there's no door to close off the ceiling, and then the floor breaks. She falls through the ceiling, and of course at this point she's a little upset that she broke through the ceiling and is apologizing for breaking through the ceiling. And her friend's like, don't worry, as long as you're safe, that's all that matters, which I think is a very important point of the dream. And again, back and forth, climbing on furniture, trying to escape these lions, guns malfunctioning. And then finally her friend gets a gun and shoots a lion right as it's about to lunge on my sister. And of course my sister wakes up. So that's a pretty intense dream. I personally have never dreamt about lions. I often dream about tornadoes, which is my fear. So I guess perhaps maybe my sister's big fear is being attacked by a lion. I'm not sure. But again, these negative emotions, these negative dreams, they come to you because you have those negative energies somehow within your aura. But my message for everyone today, if you don't take anything else away from today's episode, I hope you take this away. When you have a negative dream, it's important to remember that these dreams aren't real in any capacity. They are not predictions of the future. When you have a negative dream, they're not real. And the second one is these negative dreams are coming because we have negative energy trapped in our life. But again, positivity neutralizes negativity. And so in order to get these negative emotions out of our life, we need to bring more positivity into our life. But that's not quite enough. We also have to release the negative energy. And again, I'd like to repeat, there are only two ways to live life, and that's in fear or in love. Those are your choices. So you can choose to live in fear, or you can choose to live in love. And if we focus on love, then more positivity will come and fear and anxiety will dissolve away. So that's today's episode. It was a little bit longer than my normal episodes. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If there's anything at all you want to discuss about today's episodes, dreams in general, please leave a comment. Definitely like and subscribe. I feel that this channel has a lot of potential to help all of us grow as individuals, and so we need to get those algorithms working. So please like and subscribe. And if you would like to tell me about your dreams, you can leave a comment or email me at dreamoracleforyou@gmail.com. That is the number 4 and the letter U. You can just look at the the channel to know how that's spelled. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, for listening to my episodes, hearing me talk about dreams. I appreciate any input that comes to this channel. If you have an idea that you would like to be discussed, if you have questions about dreams, please send them my way. And I hope you all have a beautiful day filled with love and happiness. And once again, please keep on dreaming.